To be very honest, it is the stare that gets to me. It really makes me uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, to have people stare at me when I walk past them, and then you just turn your back. You could just feel the intensity of their stare at your back, and then you turn and voila, they're actually staring at you. And that is exactly why I don't like going to new places unless I really need to. Most times when I go for an event, and not just any event, the one that I really need to be at, I will just sit quietly at a corner and by all means try as much as possible to avoid being noticed. But I will later look around to see that almost half of the attendees are staring. Of course, not out of admiration, but out of pity. And then I could even read "I am disgusted" on some faces. This changes my mood, makes my eyes teary. At that point, I just wanna shout, I just wanna scream, I just wanna yell at the top of my voice. I would really appreciate it if you told me what's on your mind rather than stare at me like that. Trust me, I know that it is in human nature to stare. I know that it is almost normal for humans to, stare at something that looks different, or someone that looks different from what is seen or known or considered normal. But can't you just look and pass? Can you not just say hello or how are you doing today to me and just walk up past? How hard can that be? I really admire people who just walk up to me and ask me, "Oh, how are you doing today? Hope you're fine." Or even "What happened to you?" Or even "How did it happen?" If I have the time, I will tell you a simple and short story. If I don't have, I'll just tell it's a long story. But then don't just stare at me. It's really very uncomfortable. Okay, it makes tears come to my eyes. That's just the bottom line. Like when you stare at me, I actually feel tearly, that like I want to explode, I want to cry, because that feeling when you are actually crying, when you are younger and you're crying and someone just asks you what happened. That feeling that makes you even cry the more. That's how it makes me feel. Okay, so please don't stare at me. It's actually very uncomfortable. Okay, just walk up to me. We will exchange pleasantries. If you ask me a question, I will answer you if I had the time. If I don't have the time, I will just tell you it's a long story, and if you're interested, I will just direct you to where you will see, where you will hear the whole story. It's just as simple as that. Please don't stare at me like that. When you see me on the road, don't stare, please. I beg you. Okay, bye.